Mental health. What does it truly mean? Is it the fear of failing? Is it the constant battle within ourselves each and every day? Is it the feeling of giving up? Is it constantly doubting yourself all the time? No. Mental health is about being yourself, believing in everything you do, falling down but getting back up to conquer the day, rising to every challenge that approaches you. Mental health is who you are, and together we will bring awareness.
Mental health to me is just as important as my physical health. It affects what I do every day, probably more than my physical health. So as long as you're mentally healthy, that should be your main focus.
I think a lot of people don't take mental health as seriously as they should and think that they can do it all on their own, but in reality you can't, and we have people here to help you if you need.
I think the aspect of mental health really needs to be a more important part of not only like athletics, but in general society. I think in order for you to have good mental health, you need to first take care of yourself so you can take care of others that are around you, including your family and your teammates and your friends.
Mental health is not just the mental side of the sport and being able to comprehend the game and what you're doing, but the side of like being sore and stuff and all the parts on the mental side afterwards, like when you're done playing.
Yeah, I definitely think there's a stigma around it. A lot of people think it's not masculine to cry or not masculine to reach out about your feelings, but it's definitely something that people need to focus on. Is it's okay not to be okay, it's okay to reach out. Getting the help you need is definitely important.
Everybody is kind of aware of the mental health, and I've definitely seen, just in the 4 years of being here, a big influence on, it's okay to not be okay. It's okay to not, be on top every time. It's okay to, need help or need to reach out. Everybody kind of has like their skeleton in their closet, they always say, and everybody wants to, hide that, but it's okay to let that out and let people know that you're struggling, you need help. And also, when you do reach out, it gives those coaches and your athletic trainer and the counselor, it makes them realize that people do want to reach out and they do trust you to come to and be able to tell like what they're going through and their struggles. So I definitely think that there is a stigma, but I definitely feel like we're on the rise and we're overcoming that stigma here at Lock Haven.
It's definitely in the back of my mind that the injury could happen again because it was on my back. Mm-hmm. So it is always in the back of my mind every time I throw the ball, but it kind of also reminds me that I've worked really hard to come back from that, so I know that I'm healthy enough to continue on and it won't happen again.
It's like that injury is always lingering at the back of your head. You don't make certain movements or jump certain ways, so it's just something you just gotta kind of play through, and it just kind of goes away over time.
I had a lot of concussions recently, and at first I really didn't want to sit out because I hate watching people practice when I should be out there practicing. So I really just had to sit and think about how those concussions really could negatively affect my health and forget sports, forget everything else, and think about the fact that if I don't have a healthy brain, I really can't do anything. So I just had to sit back, see it as another challenge, do what I needed to do to get back out there and push through.
I feel the competitive atmosphere that athletics brings to all student athletes kind of puts a pressure on us to seem more tough, to seem more stone cold, because being competitive means that you're put in a position where you need to have that like fierce face on and seem powerful and dominant at all times.
I think it puts an extra toll on your mental health because sometimes you want to be the best that you can and there's always people competing with you. So sometimes if you're not doing your best, you're messing with your own head thinking you need to be better.
I think it helps, you know. It's almost like an outlet for us. You know, you can be going through anything that day, and once you step on that court, you just kind of feel free.
My experience with mental health pretty much began in high school. I was going through some things, struggled with an eating disorder for a while, and then depression followed, and definitely was not taking care of myself like I should have been. Bringing down the people around me and taking it out on them. So they definitely knew something was up, and by the end of pretty much junior year, I definitely realized that, hey, I need to get some help. So I did reach out, saw a therapist, which works for some people, for others it doesn't. You just gotta find what works for you.
So my freshman year here, I played with my sister. She was a senior, and after she graduated, I kind of lost that person I could like go to and talk about my feelings with. So I kind of sheltered myself. I'm not really one to reach out and tell people my struggles and stuff like that, but I'm a perfectionist too, so I really try to focus on my sport, and I did a lot with like working out and maybe got like too into it, and I really wanted to play the best that I could for my team and be there for my teammates, and I kind of lost my own like self kind of doing that, and I didn't really notice it because I've always tried to like help other people out, that I just kind of like forgot about my own mental health and taking care of myself. So my coach, actually my dad reached out to me first, and then my coach kind of reached out to me and said, like, we can just tell you're kind of struggling, like what's going on. And so then since then I've been like kind of rebuilding myself, and I would go meet with my coach like once a week, talk to her about my feelings. I also reached out, like Ronnie did, to the counseling center, and just would meet with her, once a week, and just make sure that I was like staying on track with myself, and just being confident with myself. And I realized, when I lacked confidence, it kind of really like tore the rest of my team down. When I wasn't like, when I was in my own head and negative with myself, it really brought the rest of my team down, because a lot of people like look up to me. So definitely take care of yourself. It's not just about your physical appearance, you can hide things, but if you're not right with yourself mentally, you're definitely sick. So if I could go back 3 years to like freshman year, maybe 4 years, like I say I'm a senior, I would say you're okay. Like, oh my gosh. I would say enjoy every minute that you have, because you can't get that back, and enjoy the people around you. Like, these are the relationships with your coaches, your friends. Like, this time right now is the best time of your life, and if you sit and worry and be anxious and aren't confident in yourself, you're gonna throw away years, and you can have anything you want in the world, but you can't get time back. That's for sure. That's the one thing that you have no control over. So I would definitely say, if you need help, go get help. There's people that want to help. It's not a sign of weakness. It's actually a sign of strength to be able to reach out and say that you're not okay. So that's what I would say.